Are you happy just getting by on the meager profits offered by the trading game? Or would you rather have 600 G's sitting in your Phantom wallet because of a deving method? If you watch this video, I will show you a step-by-step process that I discovered that allowed me to dev coins with just a bit of time and Solana. This video is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Your capital is still at risk. I'm just here to explain how the process works. Okay, folks, we're nearly at the live demonstration, but first, one thing I always like to do is take a look at how some of the coins on the market are doing. Now, let's take a look at this one here. This one's quite fun and interesting. It's not been running for very long at all. So as you can see, the first major kick up is within a 1 minute period. Now, what this says to me, because it's almost immediately on the sort of start of the coin's journey, I reckon the dev has felt forced to bump up their own sales by buying a load of their own coin, because that's kind of the only way that you'll get so many transactions in such a short period of time to go up that high. So what they've done is a bit of a gambit here to try and get some more hype behind their coin. But then, as you can see, it kind of just peters out over the next sort of 14 minutes or so. So we are going to use a method that's a bit different. What we're going to do is we are going to manipulate the markets, as it were, a little bit to kind of develop our own hype using things like bot traders and stuff like that. So stick around and you're going to see the method that will allow us to take advantage of that, which is using createcoin.fun. This is a platform that we are going to use to launch our own coin. And all we need is a little bit of Solana in our Phantom wallet, a little bit of time, but we don't need to know how to code. So you can see there just below the launch your own coin bit, it says no coding required. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We are launching our own coin today on createcoin.fun without the need to know how to code. All right, so this is crucial because coding did keep a lot of people away from the deving game back in the day, but not anymore. Now, one of the things we're going to have a look at is the type of markets available to a dev. So this is the pump market, and as you can see, the market caps here are not great. I mean, there are a few coins that break through and do really well, and that's great, but there are not really that many. Most don't get past even $100 in terms of their market cap. And the reason for that is because everyone is deving on pump, okay? And so when you do dev on pump, you've got to compete with 10,000 other new coins. Switching to dynamic on terminal, we can actually look at the Meteora market. So the Meteora market is a bit more interesting. You can see here the market caps are a lot higher, and that's because there aren't as many coins being put onto this market. But in terms of its traders, it's nearly, if not as big as pump. So here we go. What we need to do to get our coin developed is, first of all, we need about $100 worth of Solana inside our Phantom wallet. So you can see I've got that there. We're going to hit connect wallet. We're going to hit Phantom, and then we are going to start looking at launching our own coin. Okay. Now, as I said, no coding is required, but typically if you wanted to launch your own coin from scratch, you'd come up with a name, a symbol, you'd come up with an image, you'd link it to some sort of narrative or character or something like that, and then you'd launch it. But the issue with that is we would need to figure out a narrative that's going to stick. We'd need to do a load of marketing, and we're not going to do any of that. What we're going to do instead is we are going to hit the copy trending button. Now, this is a fun tool that createcoin.fun has, which allows us to copy coins that have already done well on pump. Now, because they've done well on pump, and as we've seen, the pump market is not so hospitable, that means these coins already have a narrative and they've already got a load of momentum behind them. So we don't have to worry about the marketing and all that jazz. We just need to take the coin and put it on a more profitable market. So you can see here, if you're not happy with the coin selection, you can refresh. There's obviously the market caps, there's the name, and when they were last paired. So you can use that information to help you decide which one you want to go with. Today, I might go with this Papoy one because, I don't know, just vibes. It's got a pretty good market cap. Let's see how it goes. So we hit copy coin, and then what happens is this request blocked box will come up here. So you need to click proceed anyway. You need to click confirm. Then you need to tick a box and click confirm. It's just you saying that, obviously, in the Memecoin game, we all know this, capital is, of course, at risk. So it's just confirming that you understand that. Normal part of the process. And now we have created our token. So what we have to do is we have to create a liquidity pool. So what this is us putting a little bit of our own Solana into the coin to get it off the ground. Not quite like what we saw earlier today. This is more of a pre-market process, whereas on the example today, they did it after the coin went onto the market. So here we go. So we've got a bit of information here. You've got the name, you've got the amount of tokens available, and also you've got the amount of SOL. The only thing we need to worry about changing is the amount of SOL. So in terms of initial investment, what I typically tend to put into a coin is 0.2 Solana. I've done a load of experimenting early on, but 0.2 Solana seems to be the number that is more consistent for me in terms of, you know, weighing up the overheads with the profits, right? So 0.2 seems to generate enough initial hype, and it makes a decent chunk of money. So we're going to hit confirm there, and then boom. Okay, so in a few moments, our coin will be live, but there's something else we need to do beforehand. So you can see here, we've got a bit of information. We've got our estimated value at 1490. Remember, that that number, it will come up later. And then we've got the amount of Sol in there. But first, we are going to click this lightning bolt button. We are going to boost our token. So what this is, and this is a very crucial part of this process, this is what makes it all tick. It puts us at the top of Dex Screener's trending list, which gets us in front of all those bots and all the trend chasers. Now, they are going to generate the initial hype around our coin because they just click stuff automatically, or they click stuff without thinking too much about it because it's on trending and it's in front of them. That's what we're going to take advantage of, and that's what we need to do. Costs us 0.25 Sol, but this is an investment that will pay back and then some. So at the moment, I think that puts us up to 0.45 Sol put into the coin, and then we hit confirm there, and then we will see how much Solana we get back once we have a look on Dex Screener. So I'm going to run this in the Dex Screener now, and let's have a look at how our coin is doing. So looking here to start with, you can see we're live on the Matoro market there, and already bang, really big kick up. You can see it's a lot more organic than what we saw before. Okay, so this is way more organic. We've got, you know, the bot traders, and we've got those trend traders coming in, and they are generating the transactions, which shows the coin is hot, and that's going to bring in more regular traders as well to start buying into our coin, which is fantastic. Look at our market cap already. We've only been running a few seconds. We're at 3k. So you can see how this method really breaks through a lot of the problems that new coins have. 4k now, fantastic. So I make money off these coins, and if you want to make half of what I make on this coin, then like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I'll put you into a prize draw where you could win half of what I make on this coin. So let's have a look at our now new estimated value. We are looking from 14 in a moment, $960, guys. That is fantastic. What a jump. Okay, so let's pull 100% of that liquidity, and let's put it all straight into our pockets. Let's remove the liquidity, and then we'll hit confirm, and then guys, it's as easy as that. I have now made that money. So let's look at the Phantom wallet. Remember, I started with I think 104, and we'll have a look at our new total now, and we're now at $859. You've got to get on this method, guys, because loads of people are going to start doing it. So get on it now while you still can. That is easy money to be made.